Duffs and Darts, guys, what's going on? So, today is a work from home day for me. What does that mean? It means that I have the apartment to myself. I have to get my son on the bus, but that means that because I have it to myself, I can put up the net and hit some balls today. Don't have to worry about anybody. So, put up the net, go to work, and then on my lunch break after he goes onto the bus, we're gonna hit some balls. So, just another example of finding every opportunity I have to practice. Here's another one. Let's set up the net and get going. So with my net, it's kind of a bigger one. I got it at Sports Authority, which doesn't exist anymore. But we do the red side first, then we do the black side, pitch it up. So as you see, it's not exactly the fastest net to put up. It takes a little bit of time, especially in a small space, right? But I got it up. It does the trick. Next thing is the target. So it's seen better days. It's not new, right? But this thing definitely serves a purpose besides just having something to aim into. What it does, it slows the ball down. It's kind of like a first net before it hits the second net. So I'll put this up and then I'll show you what I do to make do with what I got. Net's up. Now, that alone, you think would be done, right? But because there's a hole there, I need something to stop it so I'm not hitting the door, because I don't own this door. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab a blanket, put a blanket over it, and then I got one more thing that I do in my apartment to kind of help out my neighbors. Let me show you that. Here it is. It is just an old rug. You can get them at any Walmart, Meijer, any store you go to. This is a cheap one, but I like to put that down on the floor because as it hits the tile, it's gonna bounce up, it's gonna be loud. Put that down, it gives a little extra padding. I've got my mat to hit on. I'll set that up on my lunch break. I will hit some balls, but right now, it's time for me to start work. And we'll pick this up at lunchtime. All right, now the little man is on the bus. I've got a little more room. I'm gonna push couch over that way. I've got my Mac right there. I'm gonna do a little bit of video facing, the shoulders in the front. Have this going in the back. Time it up, good to go. And not like I can analyze my swing and know exactly what I'm doing, but we're working. Question, how am I gonna know how far I'm hitting everything other than, whatever club I'm hitting? Well, two things. One, 25 balls. Two, swing caddy. So it's the SC200. It's not the new SC300, which I want. So swing caddy, send me a message. Let's go. I'd be more than happy to be a brand ambassador for you. But this is what I got. It's inside, so the sunlight's not going to be on it. I'm going to set it up behind that right there. Get some numbers, and we'll hit some low irons, we'll hit some wedges, and high irons, low distance. All right, you get it. But we're gonna hit that, and we're gonna maximize this lunch break. Lunch buckets, right? Let's go. Hi. Let's go. We're going to set them up. We are at a 7 iron to start, but I want to warm up with my gap wedge. So
1,
that's the volume.
2, 3, 4, 5.
What happened?
Five.
Volume set to 5. I accidentally almost put it on like Celsius. I don't know how to change that. So anyways, it's at 7 iron. AW 52. That's my 52 degree gap wedge. Have that programmed in there already. It's gonna do a carry distance for us. Oh man. All right, carry distance and miles per hour in the swing, ball speed, smash factor, kind of some basic numbers that we can gauge. But let's hit it, guys. Recording set there. Take the couch. Move that over. See? 2 angles. We're going pro here. Swing caddies up. It should really be at the same level as the mat, but I don't know if it's going to make that much of a difference. So we'll get them lined up. Let's take a nice easy swing. And we'll see if it picks it up.
$77 yards.
77 yards. All right. I got the first one in there.
$84 yards.
All right.
$92 yards.
Got a hold of that one. I'm getting a little nervous with my net right now that I have it back a little bit far. I don't want to send it right over there, and especially that right there is a sprinkler head. We hit that, it's going to be making it rain in here, and I'm going to have to pay for it. Not doing it. So I'm going to move the net a little bit closer. Not a lot, just a little. All right.
$85 yards. $87 yards. $85 yards. $88 yards. $78 yards. $99 yards.
Okay. So real quick. 99 yards, gap wedge. So I'm looking at smash factor of 1.1, 76 ball speed, swing speed 68. I moved that one back in my stance a little bit, so it doesn't surprise me that it went a little bit further. Normally I play it up further. We are at 4 minutes of practice time right now. Keeps track on there, so it's pretty sweet. Let's hit a couple more with this, and then we'll go to sandwich.
88 yards.
Should be 99.
106 yards.
Oh, smoked it.
$102 yards.
Okay. So I'm going to stop right there. Now, as you know, I've been doing the 100 swings a day, right? So my swing speed is picking up a little bit. I'm getting a little better form. Normally, before, a year ago when I got this, my carry distance was about 80 yards on this on average. It's not like I went as hard as I could there. I mean, the beginning swings were nice and easy. Went a little bit harder on the last one. 102 was the carry distance, and swing speed was only 70 miles an hour. So my distances are going to be, it's going to be important for me to dial that in this year, because that's the difference between shooting par and shooting bogey over shooting the green. 52, let's put that away. Let's go hit some wedge shots. Let's sand wedge. Should be around 60 yards. Let's see if we can do that. So, here is my sandwich, right? 56-degree sandwich. So, if you've never used a swing caddy before, you've never seen one, heard of one, let me get the camera here. So, there is my sandwich, right? My sub 70 sandwich. Love it, by the way. So, if you've ever used a swing caddy before, there it is. That's all wedge. So, here's the remote. See the sand wedge button on there? Aim it at it. Sandwich. And right now it's at 60 degrees. That's not what my sand wedge is. So we're going to hit loft angle. So you can see it. Loft angle. 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. Each click will get you there. We're at 56-degree sand wedge. Put it back behind the target. Let's go. Should be around 60 yards.
$77 yards.
Okay.
$76 yards.
All right. Last two are around 76, 77 yards, right? Let's try to take a little bit back mentally. Let's see if I can make a 60-yard swing.
63 yards.
Ah! Right there. See if we can make a 50-yard swing, right? 50 yards, let's try.
49 yards.
Ah, you hear it? 49. So, we're close. Again, okay, so not having the new SC200, so 200, I can't see the ball flight. It's going to give me my distances, but I have no idea how high this is running. I don't know what the spin is. I don't know if these sand wedge shots are going to be, would hold a green, if they're just going to go there. I can say that my 56-degree sand wedge, it does generate a lot of spin, just from practice and chipping and stuff like that. So I would assume it would hold a green, but without knowing the actual arc and apex of the ball, I'm not going to know that. So that's where I'm at on that. I'm all loosened up. I've hit some wedge shots, hit some sandwich shots. Probably would be a good time to hit up something a little bit longer, a little bit firmer. I am going to go to my 6-iron. That's what I was fitted with, the 6-iron. Let's go 6-iron. 6-iron. Put that down. Check my swing angle here. Should be good. So, let's put a ball down. 6-iron.
yards.
Okay. First one, checking the swing angle. Didn't put a lot into it, but let's see what a normal swing should be. Setting up for a draw.
173 yards.
Perfect example right there. I have to look it on the playback, but see how I missed the little sheet? It hit the wall and bounced back. Luckily there's no damage in the wall that I saw right away, but I might need to move a little bit that way so I don't hit the curtain this time.
One 167 yards.
Okay. 167. Again, that 167 is carry distance.
One 166 yards.
Same distance, same carry distance. We are at 79-mile-an-hour swing speed and ball speed of 105, smash factor 1.32.
One 160 yards.
All right, tilt the curtain, put it back up. Alright. Still hitting 6-iron.
One 171 yards.
Well, this is inconvenient. Hopefully it doesn't fall this time. 171 yard carry is my 6-iron.
One 151 yards.
All right. I could feel, I could feel the ball flight on that one. That one wouldn't have been that great. Or the feel on the club.
One 164 yards. One 177 yards.
That one felt pure. So 177 carry 82 mile an hour swing speed. Ball speed was 111, a smash factor of 1.35. That one felt good. That one felt like it exploded off the club face. So that doesn't surprise me. Let's hit one more with the 6 and then let's move to a 9.
$182 yards.
Alright, so 82 mile an hour swing speed, 114 mile an hour ball speed, smash factor 1.38. So warmed up, I'm starting to peer these a little bit better, but 182 yards with my 6 iron. I'm a 20 handicap. It got, one was 150, one was 180. 30-yard difference. I mean, that's a big deal. I need to get that squared away. Outdoor range time. We need to have that happen. So, let's go to 9 iron. Same thing as before. Handy dandy remote. Hit 9 iron. We are switched. This should be about 130 yards for me. So I carry my 8 iron 140. It used to be my 7 iron used to be that 140 carry. So let's see if this is 130 like it should be.
121 yards.
Close.
$131 yards.
Okay, that matches up. I'm gonna move this one down just a smidge. A little more straightforward on me.
$126 yards.
Okay, so we're still right around that 130 range. $124
yards.
Okay.
$126 yards. $133 yards.
Consistent, right? We're all in that like 126, 133, in that range. So I'm getting the clubs dialed in a little bit, knowing what I'm hitting there. So move to this one. See, I'm putting it right there. Would be a benefit for me to do, especially when I'm doing this, would be to get some Arm & Hammer foot spray, I think it is. I've heard a lot of people talk about that, and spray that on the club, and that way I can get some, face marks on there. Better tell where I'm hitting the ball, but I'm on a lunch break. I've got 20 more minutes before my work starts. So I'm just gonna hit balls. Right now, Tiger, hard to see on TV right there, but Tiger just teed off. So we're at the Players Weekend. Hit a few more 9-iron shots, and then I'm gonna try to work some of my lower irons. I'm a little worried to do that inside here, but I think I'm gonna risk it.
$120 yards. 138 yards.
That was a full send. 76 mile an hour swing speed, ball speed 99, 1.3 smash factor. So, definitely sent that one.
$139 yards. $127 yards.
That one would have been a worm burner, but it got stuck. So, let's do something fun here. Something recording, yep, alright. So, something fun here. I'm gonna try to hit this one, let's say I'm between a pitching wedge and a 9-iron. So, let's try to hit this shot, dial it back down a little bit to 120 on the nose. $122
yards.
It's pretty good. All right. Let's say we opted for pitching wedge. Let's go pitching wedge. And let's try to hit 120 yards with the pitching wedge.
$112 yards.
Not even close. Definitely hit behind that one. Let's try that again.
$114 yards.
So again, still haven't hit that number. That was a hosel rocket.
98 yards.
So, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm forcing it, right? Forcing it. I picked a number of 120 yards. I could have either tried to muscle a pitching wedge or take something off a 9-iron. Those are the things I need to think about. I took something off a 9-iron. It was easier to control. Tried to force a pitching wedge to a distance that I just can't carry. And I hit a hosel rocket. If it wasn't for the net, I would have just smashed my computer. So, I'm lucky on that one. I'm gonna hit a few more pitching wedge shots. Looks like the average on this one is around like 115 is a max. So I want to try to hit a few between 100 and 115 just to be the consistent shot that I can make.
$114 yards. $112 yards. $112 yards. $122 yards.
That's the first one I hit at 120.
$115 yards.
That's the number. That is the number. Let's do one more. Try to hit a 100-yard shot. 100 yards. That's my approach. Put it on the green to score. Let's take a look.
$83 yards.
So, missed that one. See if I can redeem myself. Try it again. Try a 100-yard shot. Take it, close enough, right? So, I have 15 minutes left on my lunch break. So, I'm going to hit, let's change the mode here. Rather than going to the low irons like I was going to do, I'm change the mode to a target of Okay. So I changed the mode, I changed the target to 105 yards. So that's what I was just working on, right? So let's grab that pitching wedge and let's just target practice at 105 yards. Even better, I'm gonna pull 2 clubs. Pitching wedge, gap wedge. And I'll just take turns, put them against each other. We'll see which one I can get closer. So, first up is the pitching wedge.
$101 yards.
Not bad, 101 yards. Just short of the target, so that should be a good approach shot if it sticks. Gap wedge.
100 yards.
A little bit shorter. Still both good shots. Now, I had to swing this 52 harder than I had to do the pitching wedge to get there. Do a light, nice, easy swing. See where I'm getting. I'll put it back in my stand, see if we're going to run it up. Let's say we're underneath some trees.
88 yards.
Yeah, not going to happen there, right? Switch back to the pitching wedge.
$115 yards.
Overshot it. Again, our target is 105.
$113 yards.
Overshot it again.
$93 yards.
Way long, way short.
$93 yards. $114 yards.
Definitely inconsistent, right?
$101 yards.
So, took a lot to get there. I'm gonna warm up my food. That's about it. But, good practice session today, right, for lunch. So, I'm inside. Was able to hit a lunch bucket, as I like to call them. Worked on some clubs, thanks to the swing caddy. Got some numbers to work on, but it looks like I need to go into my 18 birdies and adjust my pitching wedge to 115 max, because that seems to be what my average carry is. Yeah. Thanks for joining me in this Lunch Buckets practice session. Hopefully you got some practice stuff that you guys do on your own. As always, keep grinding, guys.